Hello, Dave Mathews.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us to talk this
problem.
afternoon about computer security when we have cable modems and DSL connections, yes?
Yes, let me tell you why this is important. If you guys, do you have a dial-up? Is that
Yes.
your dial-up?
No, I have a cable modem.
Do you really?
All right.
You've never
Yes.
bragged about
We're very
that before.
highfalutin in my neighborhood.
Well, I can't live without it. But when you dial up, your computer is only on when you tell it to get on. And not only that, but every time you dial in, it changes what's called the internet address or IP address, which is its connection to the world. And when you're changing your address all the time, it's hard for people really to get in and hack you. And when you're on a dial-up connection, it's so slow that no one would really want to hack you. And who would want your files anyway?
There's nothing good in your files anyway.
That's right.
You know the old Shakespeare, he who steals my... Anyway.
That's right. Well, with a broadband connection, it's what's called a persistent connection. And if you're like me, you leave your computers on all the time. Maybe they go to sleep, but you just wiggle your mouse, and then up pops the computer screen, and then your connection's always online. So you really get spoiled with being able to leave your computers on all the time. Well, there's been products for years called routers, and gateway routers like this one from Linksys have been allow you to share up to 4 different computers off of a single cable modem or a DSL connection. And this has a built-in firewall, so it would keep the bad guys out while allowing you to still share up to 4 computers onto the rest of the internet world.
Leaving your computer on as much as you want.
That's right. And you don't have to worry about people going in through this, because this is effectively firewalling or blocking people from the outside world to get into your computer. Now, through the use of hubs and other equipment, you can actually make this share up to 255 or 254, to be precise, computers. So you can get a lot of people on through a firewall. And this product's made by Linksys. It's only $69. When they came out, they were very expensive, but they've come down significantly. But the problem with this is you have to wire up different computers throughout your house or to this device. If you have a cable modem and just a single workstation or a single computer, and
which is what I have.
This is an example of the cable modem here. This one's made by Motorola. This was a new one. This will actually let you share between 7 computers to get them all online. And it's got a very unique new feature that I haven't seen before. It's what's called the standby button. And if I push the standby button, all the lights flicker and turn off. And what this does is it instantly disconnects the computer at a physical layer from the rest of the internet. So that means you can leave your computer on, you can work in Word, Excel, maybe Quicken, but you can turn off the internet connection all through just a single button. So now your computer is safe from prying eyes. But this is a $100 cable modem, right? So this is something that your cable company either provides for you or you have to go out and buy. But leave it to creative marketing people. The PathLock has arrived.
Yes, and they sent a plastic thing along
that's
with
right. They've
it,
got great I love the packaging for a little blister pack there.
Yeah, it makes it 10 times bigger than it really is.
Exactly. But that way people don't steal it, right?
True.
But this little gadget, it's the telezapper for your internet connection.
Holy cow.
If that makes sense for you. Now, it's got a little connect button and a disconnect button. And after an hour, this timeout light will start to blink, and it will automatically disconnect your computer from your cable modem. And it does so via this...
so there's a hard timeout?
It's
you can't set it?
Say that again, after an hour with no activity?
No, just after an hour period.
After an hour period?
So if it's not... the activity portion would be hard for them to be able to do. It's smarter, obviously, but it's a little bit more difficult. But basically, your computer plugs into one jack, and your cable modem plugs into the other jack, and this supports 10 or 100 megabits, which are the 2 standards for the Ethernet connection. And after an hour, it'll physically disconnect your computer. And the reason why this is important is the latest slew of viruses have been, how do I say this best? Drones.
It's cable, you can say it however you want.
Well, they're drones that they take your computer and they turn it into a servant to go after a central host.
No, I think that's the plot for Star Wars.
It actually, Attack of the Clones, not drones.
Oh, okay.
But these, they'll set several, like hundreds of computers up to all go after one host. Like they tried to shut down Amazon.com. Right. They've gone after WhiteHouse.gov. So unbeknownst to you, when your computer is on all the time with this broadband connection, it could be used as a drone to go attack some other computer.
Yikes.
And by doing it en masse, they can actually shut these sites down. Like Microsoft, they've gone after them, obviously. But
all right, so that's hardware firewalls that we've talked about.